Okay, I want to thank you all for joining us here today. My name is Dustin Offshire, one of the directors of sales here at Pinnacle Financial Services, and I hope you all had a very good weekend. Happy Monday to you. Happy early Thanksgiving. I know we're heading towards the end of AEP now. We usually see, obviously, a little bit slow down this week, and then everybody comes out of the woodwork for last-minute sales and everything like that next week. So things are going to pick up and be crazy for the last few weeks of the AEP here. So a couple of things I always like to touch on as well too is about us. If you need to get a hold of anybody here at Pinnacle, we're not hiding from you. We want to hear from you on a regular basis. We may just be on the phone or doing webinars or anything like that. So if you do call one of your directors of sales, they don't pick up, just leave them a voicemail. All of our email addresses, extensions are here for all of the different directors of sales, whether it's the creative design, whether it's the life annuities, final expense, anything like that. So feel free to reach out to us for anything that you might need with any questions, or if you need to add any carriers or anything like that. And then also our excellent support team, best in the business in my opinion. If you need any last minute kits to check on a member ID, you're not seeing something show up for ready to sell on your portals, our agent relations here, our health support are excellent. All their extensions, email addresses are here. Same with licensing support. So if you're having trouble filling out a contract or you can't find that link, they're there to help you with that. And then, of course, our life and annuities and final expense support team as well, too. Business processing, we still have an in-house enrollments team, which is great. If you have to take some paper apps, if you have a senior that isn't comfortable using like an e-application or filling it out that way, and you have to meet them face-to-face, we still have an in-house enrollments team. They'll scrub, process, track your paper apps all the way till you get paid with the carrier. A lot of people are getting rid of that these days. We find that there still is a lot of use for that. We have a ton of paper apps that come in every single day, especially up kicking it during the AEP series, so the time frame. So we'll never get rid of that. That's a really great tool and feature to be able to have. I always like to touch a little bit more on just the AEP toolkit. For those of you that aren't familiar, I see a lot of familiar faces on here. I see a ton of new as well. So just keep that in mind. There's a ton of good stuff in the AEP toolkit. There's the new business fax enrollment sheet. So if you take those, paper apps, scope of appointment, we have generic scope of appointments. If you are going to be taking paper apps, they're 100% compliant. Every carrier must accept them. So download it, save it, print it out, keep it on your desktop. It offers all the things that you can talk about as well too, with some cross-selling into dental, vision, hearing, and hospital indemnity. So that's always a good thing. If you need any, hopefully by now all your certifications are done. We're in the last hour, obviously, of AEP now, so I would hope that you would have them all done. But let's just say for some reason you did pick up a last-minute one. All the carrier certifications are here, instructions on how to do so. And then some of the first looks are available. This is a handy little tool here. This is your Part B and Part D late enrollment calculator. So you just simply plug in how many months they didn't have it, and it's going to estimate what those costs are going to be. So you don't have to figure it out on your own. We have the algorithm to be able to do it here built into this. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. HRAs too. We're talking about, add-ons and ways to earn extra money during AEP and stuff like that. A lot of the HRAs did go away, but some of them still are paying, especially on the DSNP. So just keep yourself updated with that. Some of them do pay here. Not all of them. They did take some away, but there is some opportunity to earn some extra money with, the HRAs, which, like, if they are available, I don't know why you wouldn't do them. You can earn some extra money. It helps your client out, helps the carrier out as well, too. Getting into AEP add-ons and stuff like that, this is the time of year where we always see an upkick in add-ons, mainly hospital indemnity and then dental, vision, hearing. Hospital indemnity is the number one cross-selling product in this entire industry. It's the easiest sell that you can possibly pitch to be able to add an add-on. It also adds more value to you as an agent for your client. For instance, when I had to get homeowners insurance, first thing I did is I called up my auto insurance to see if they could bundle it or if there's any discounts or anything like that. In this day and age, with everything that happened with the PDPs becoming non-commissionable and some of the MAPDs being suppressed and you can't sell them with the PPOs, this is the perfect time to diversify your business. You don't want all your apples in one basket. So learning and adding on these dental, vision, hearing products, hospital indemnity, if you only do MAPD, picking up some supplements, and vice versa if you've only done supplements. You're adding on some MAPD carriers. Two of the biggest in the country, Aetna and United Healthcare, don't even require you to take the AHIP. You just have their certifications. So, if you don't want to pay for the AHIP, or you want to just start dabbling into the MAPD business, United Healthcare has their certifications, and so does Aetna, that don't require the AHIP. So they're perfect ones to add on if you're just starting off selling those things. So being able to offer a ton of different lines of products and diversifying your business will make you way more valuable to your client, and it also help with retention. So the more products that you have with a client, the less likely they are to leave you. If you have a Medicare Advantage, a hospital indemnity, a dental, vision, hearing, maybe a final expense, some other agent calls them up and offers them something, they're less likely to leave because it's going to be more difficult for them. They're going to have to transfer everything over, and they want all their business in one house. It's so much easier. So you're more valuable as an agent, helps with client retention, and it gives you an opportunity to make more money as well too. Like I said, hospital indemnities are one of the easiest things to sell, especially during AEP. There's no election period for them. You can sell them year round. So anybody that you didn't get to discuss with during AEP, the hospital indemnity plans, or maybe you brought it up and the appointment was busy and you didn't really dive into it, OEP is a perfect time to start adding in those add-ons like dental, vision, hearing, or hospital indemnity plans and stuff. Because as an agent, you should be reviewing with your clients in OEP. Did you get your cards? Do you have any questions with your plan? Do you need help, ordering your OTC benefits? Going that little extra mile and checking in and helping them do the first OTC benefit order really goes a step above the other agents that are just sign you up and then you never hear from them again. It builds a relationship. This is a relationship business with your FMO and our agents. It's also a relationship business with your clients and agents as well too. So going that extra mile, making it a little bit more personable will help with your client retention. And OEP is a great time to go back and review those, hospital indemnity plans, dental, vision, hearing, and make sure that you can tack them on. One of the easiest ways to sell a hospital indemnity plan is when you're going through plan benefits. When you're having them sign that scope of appointment, whether it's going to be a digital version or a paper version, you have all these check marks here. That's why we recommend that you use the generic one. If you use a client's or a carrier's scope of appointment, they may not have a hospital indemnity product, so it might not be an option to be able to discuss that with them. So always use the generic. It opens up more doors to cross-sell. It's very simple. You just have them check everything off. Just let them know, like, hey, we don't have to go into all this, or you might not want any of these products. But if you do, and it comes up in the appointment, this will then allow me to be able to discuss them with you. So make sure you're using that generic scope of appointment. Make sure they're checking off all the products. That way it gives you an opportunity to discuss them. I always push, hospital indemnity and GTL. GTL is probably, in my opinion, the best hospital indemnity product out there in the market. United Healthcare has theirs out there, which is fantastic as well too. Medico. I like GTLs because their portal is super easy. They pay out the most claims. The underwriting is pretty much the most lenient, and they've been in the business doing this for a very long time. So we'll just do a quick quote here on the hospital indemnity to show you how to do this. When you're reviewing your plan with your client and you're going over the inpatient hospital stay, days 1 through 6, or 1 through 7, or 1 through 10, whatever that may be, and what the benefit amount is, whether it's $300 a day, $350 a day, that adds up in there. It could be a couple $1,000 bill right up front. For generally, between $25 and $35 a month, your client will get cut a check to be able to cover those bills. The great thing about hospital indemnity plans as well too is, during the AEP selling season, you're selling from October 15th to December 7th. You're working for 2.5 months to not get paid till January, the first or second week of January for all those 1/1 effective dates. Hospital indemnity pays out within a week, especially GTL. When the application is approved, you get paid within a week. So, when you're selling, you're on the road for these 2.5 months, not getting a paycheck for the new business you wrote, hospital indemnity and GTL will pay you within a week. So it's great for the holiday season, or just to have extra money while you're selling these plans and waiting for those payments to come in. Pretty easy to run the quotes. You simply plug in a zip code. I'll use a local one here. You adjust the age, the gender, smoker, non-smoker. You hit get quote, and this is going to bring up all the available options here. You'll see there's a couple different ones. Golden Rule, that's going to be the United Healthcare product that I talked about, that is decent as well too. I always go back to and refer to GTL just because I've had, we've used it for so many years, and it's such a really good product. Now you see it goes up to the different benefits. So what you need to know as an agent is going to be, what plan are you putting them on, and how many days do they have to cover themselves before the plan picks it up. So let's do just a standard 7-day plan here. You're going to go into quote options and view plan details. This is where you're going to be able to manipulate the different pricing and add-ons and everything like that. GTL, I love them. They have a ton of different riders here. Just keep in mind, riders are going to be state-based. So, you could be selling a hospital indemnity plan in one state, and then you're running a quote for another client in another state, and you might not see those riders. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not missing on anything. Riders are state-specific. There are certain states like California, I don't even believe that you can sell a hospital indemnity plan. Jersey's riders are limited. So just keep that in mind. Depending upon the state, there's going to be different riders that you can tack on. So just keep that in mind. Now you can see we default here to $100 a day. What I always like to do and bring up, I'm going to bring up a simple quote here on the Connector system. And I'm doing this more for people. There's a lot of new faces on here that I haven't seen, so I want to show you how to get into the plan details and take a look at some of these different benefits. Again, I'm going to do just a local zip code around us. We'll pick Montgomery. That's always something that you want to make sure as well too for all the new agents on here. You might have a zip code that covers several different counties. You want to make sure you definitely pick the correct and the specific county. They both might have the same plans, but the benefits might vary a little bit depending upon where you're at. So if we take a look at some of these plans, let's go down here to United Healthcare. We'll look at the view more details, and we will go into view all plan details. Now, this is stuff that you need to be going over with your client anyway. So as you scroll down here, and we get to the inpatient hospital stay, so this one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be $750 copay per admission. I'll show you how to do that. So that's just going to be a one-time occurrence for the United Healthcare. Let's pick an Aetna one here really quick so we can show you how to marry up these things. Take a look at some of these inpatient hospital stays. And you'll go into view plan details. The great thing on the Connector system as well too, inpatient hospital stay. Okay, so perfect example. You're going to be, if you go into the hospital, you get admitted, your client's going to be paying $375 per day, days 1 through 7. 8 through 90, you don't really have to worry about covering that. So as you're going through this, you can actually cross-sell right on the Connector site. You bring it up, click add more coverage, you add those in here. I would like to show you on our regular Pinnacle site because I think it views a little bit better for the new agents that are on here. So what you would want to do when you're selling this, it's $375 a day. So you at least want to cover that. Let's go to 380, days 1 through 7, which we picked at. And you can see for $32.02 that will cover you. The client will get a check cut to them. That's a great thing as well too. The check gets cut to the client. What you'll see a lot of times too, and not being sneaky or anything like that, a lot of times agents will up this and sell it. Maybe if it's $375 a day, they'll do 400, just to earn a little bit of extra money for the client. So, obviously you're in the hospital, you're not working, bills are still coming in. You might have a loved one that wanted to stay at a hotel. Parking, let's face it, hospital food isn't very good either. So maybe you want to order some food out from an outside source or something like that. The plan and the check that gets cut to the client is to use for whatever they want to. Obviously, you need to cover that hospital bill that you get, but if you have extra on there, that could make up for, like I said, the parking. You needed to order food, cell phone bill came in, something like that. So the money is, you can use for whatever it is. So, if you add up to $400 a day, you can see it jumps up to, $33.70, and they'll be getting an extra $25 a day. There's different lump sum cancer benefits. The number one add-on is definitely going to be your ambulance. So you'll match that up in the plan details. I mean, why wouldn't you add it on there for $200 if it costs you to take an ambulance ride for $1.43 a month? It's covered. That's one of the the major ones that we see added on there. The dental, vision, hearing rider, cancer, outpatient surgery, skilled nursing. There's a ton of different things that you can add on here. Emergency room occurrence, tons of different riders you can do so. So nice things about this, you can print it out, save it as a PDF, send it to your client. They can take a look at it. That's one of the great things about the systems and selling across the hospital indemnity. And it's really about how you present it. I get so many questions every year, agents saying like, I don't know how people are selling these products. I don't know what to do. It's literally bringing it up. 90% of the agents that sell these plans and are successful, it's just because they brought them up and talked about it. It's really that simple. When you're going through the benefits, you ask, hey, who do you have your hospital insurance with? And then it creates like a sense of urgency, like, oh, this is something that I should have. And the great thing about it, you're not really selling them something they don't need. Like, this is a good add-on. Generally, they have a zero premium Medicare Advantage plan, so they're not paying a monthly premium. The biggest expense on your MAPD generally is going to be your prescription drug cost and then also your inpatient hospital stay. Everything that happened with the Inflation Reduction Act, drugs aren't being covered as good. Of course, on the TV and on paper, they make it look like everybody in the entire country will only pay $2,000 for any drugs that they're on. That's completely false. It's only covered for drugs that are in the formulary. And we all know what happened. The carriers went and changed their formularies and took a bunch of the expensive drugs out of the formulary because these carriers now went from being responsible to 20% of those costs up to 60 to 70%. So they're going to make that up by not covering some of those drugs. So just keep that in mind. Their drug costs are going to go up if they're not covered in that formulary. So we've seen the hospital in-stays go up a little bit as well too. Now more than ever, selling a hospital indemnity plan so they don't get a $2,500 bill if they go into the hospital for a week seems more viable than ever. So just keep that in mind. Dental, vision, hearing, another great add-on to do so. Obviously, in an MAPD plan, most of them do come with that, but sometimes it might not be the benefit amount that they want, or they want some extra. So doing some quotes on dental, vision, hearing is really good. This all falls under the quoting in our CSG, like we just did the hospital indemnity. Click for a Medicare quote, and then you can bring up some standalone dental, vision, hearing. Keep in mind there is some add-ons for MAPD's riders for the dental, vision, hearing, but generally you need to do that on the carrier site. So for instance, if Jarvis has a $50 dental rider, or I'm sorry, UHC has a $50 dental rider, you need to do that on the carrier's actual website. So just keep that in mind. But just a standalone dental, vision, hearing plan are great. They're not what they used to be 10 years ago, but dental gets pretty expensive, and they do help with different things. So you simply plug in again the zip, the age, the gender, the smoker, non-smoker. This is going to bring up all the different plans that we have available here and to be able to sell in your zip codes. We also have National Care Dental, which is a great one. They only allow their quoting mainly on their website. But yeah, Medico, tons of different options, base plans with lower premiums that can help out with some of those, preventive maintenance and care and stuff like that. AEP add-ons, we talked about the hospital indemnity plans, we talked about the dental, vision, hearings. Keep in mind, there's always incentives that are going on. Usually they have fourth quarter incentives. So under our leads and marketing here, we have incentives. So I like to have agents check this all the time. If you don't know where the finish line is, you don't know how to get there. So maybe you're one app away or two apps away from hitting a bonus where you can earn some extra money. It's nice to kind of know that and keep you updated on the things that are going on. Physician Mutual, great med sup carrier that came out, has a ton of different products that come with the contract. They have something called an Innovative G in a lot of states too, which is amazing. There's something you might want to pick up. But we were talking about those GTL hospital indemnity plans. Well, they got a fourth quarter bonus going on right now. So obviously, we're a non-captive FMO. If you get paid directly through the carrier through these bonuses. So there's a PDF. I tell my agents, print it out, pin it up on your desk. That way it's in front of you. And it just stays on the back of your mind. So for instance, if you submit 5 to 10 applications during the fourth quarter, you're going to get an extra $50 per app, 11 to 25 tier, an extra $75 per app, and then 26 plus an extra $100 per app. So if you're selling these products anyway, take advantage, be aware that there is bonuses going on where you can earn some extra cash as well too. It's a great feature to be able to do so. AEP add-ons. Pinnacle has an exclusive opportunity with a company by the name of Signify. They are completely separate from HRAs. What they are is in-home appointments. If your client qualifies for them, they can in some cases do a over the phone call or an in-home appointment to make sure your client's getting everything that they need, and they pay you $50 upon setting up those appointments. So if you check on our calendar, always keep this in mind. We update on our Pinnacle site. There's a ton of information on here of all the webinars that are going on. So for instance, tomorrow we have our exclusive opportunity that's exclusive to Pinnacle with Signify and Jill Serrani. She's going to be hosting a great webinar on that. You can earn $50 literally per appointment. So keep that in mind. Jump on the webinar. She'll show you the portal. It takes literally 30 seconds to see if your client applies to it. Just incorporate it into your sale, and you could earn an extra $50 there too. So you're selling a Medicare Advantage plan. Maybe one of those carriers still has a HRA, so you tack on an HRA. You sell them a hospital indemnity plan. You set up an appointment for a Signify. Your sale could turn into $1,000 or more for one client. So just keep that in mind. Bring it up. It's more about the conversation, having it. If you don't bring it up, you're never going to get the sale. In the words of the great Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So if you are not talking about these products, I guarantee you're not going to sell. If you are talking about them, by default, you're just going to start selling them, become more comfortable with them, and you can earn extra money and provide more valuable policies to your clients. So keep that in mind. Check out those incentives. Check out the webinar tomorrow with Signify. Really good opportunities to do so. Contracting. If you're not contracted with us, why aren't you? We have a ton of good products that we can start off with. We're not greedy. We're not going to ask for all your business. I guarantee we will earn the rest of your business, but add a Medicare Advantage carrier with us. Pick up Physicians Mutual, Med Sup. Pick up a hospital indemnity carrier. Let us earn the rest of your business and help you out to grow your business. I'm going to open it up to some questions now. If you need personal training on how to run the hospital indemnity quotes, or maybe with the GTL site, which is a really great site to do, we can do one-on-one trainings with you. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. All the stuff that's going on in our industry with PDP commissions going away, the majority of them, the Inflation Reduction Act, where the $2,000 cap, but you're seeing a lot of the drugs not being covered anymore. There's no time like the present to diversify your business. start selling hospital indemnity, start selling dental, vision, hearing, pick up those extra med sup carriers that you were thinking about doing. Add on a Medicare Advantage carrier if you're new to that and you're worried about paying for the AHIP and you don't know how to sell the Medicare Advantage plans. Pick up United Healthcare, pick up Aetna. They don't require the AHIP, just their training. We'll help you guide you through how to sell these products, the plan details of them, and when the election periods are that you can do so. I really appreciate you all joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with yourself and all of your families, and I look forward to hearing you soon or hearing from you soon. We're at the final hour here of the AEP, so let's make it a good one. Give us a call if you need any extra supplies, if you have any questions with any of the Medicare Advantage plans or need some quotes sent out to you or to double check some drugs and stuff like that. We're here to help you with that. I hope you all have an excellent day.
Don't forget to subscribe to catch the latest news in insurance and agent training. See you in the next video.